Well, so as I remember, yep, we started up to page 49 and we're going to start with, yeah, this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
yes.
Well, okay, so you may notice structure and use of articles like the, a, and an. Just, now we're going to focus specifically on the, because of course you know how to use article a or an. And now we're going to talk about the more than this too. But we have two types of articles that are definite and indefinite articles. So we have definite and indefinite articles. What's the difference between definite and indefinite? So when we say indefinite, like a or an, like, and definite is there. Of course, we can use some as indefinite article because we actually, they don't refer to specific. So you know that this is indefinite when maybe the subject, or for example, the noun that we are referring is not familiar, is a new one, so it's not a specific, so we use indefinite article. But about, and you know that a and an, so the difference when actually the beginning letter. So if it's vowel, if it's consonant. But here is the point that you need to pay attention. Sometimes a word begins with vowel, but this vowel pronounced as consonant, so we can't use n. So for example, when you say unusual problem, yes, an unusual problem. But when I say European countries, so of course it begins with EU.
Yeah,
But I use a European country. So that's really important how to pronounce this vowel. If vowel pronounced as consonant, we use a. If no, it's pronounced sounds, actually this letter sounds a vowel, of course we use an. For, as I told you, first singular, you know, and for jobs. So you need to pay attention for jobs. For example, I am a teacher. So I use a, okay?
mm,
Or for example, uh, of course you can use that when talking to someone. For example, I talk to the teacher when you know who you're talking to. But for example, she is a doctor. Okay, so
mm.
we use a for jobs. Here I want to talk about that because we have different use for this article that is a definite article. As I told you, what is that? It means we know maybe the word and the noun that we are referring is noun is familiar. So we use that. So we know who we are or what we are talking about. But this is actually the basic use of that. So for example, okay, for superlatives, you know that the most beautiful, so it's okay, superlative, so you know that. Or for example, I saw a man on the street. The man was my, because now I'm referring to the first person that I talked about before. So I use the again. So I give you a list, okay, from the beginning. So the first one, when we have only one of something, like moon, so that there is only one, like the sun, the moon, the earth, okay? For example, who is the president of France? The president, because of course we have one. So we
Mm.
say the. For example, the Pope. So we use the because we have only one. So this is the first use, okay, maybe the simplest use of the. You know that we use with superlative adjective. So Just let me write superlative adjectives. For example, the tallest, the oldest. So this is about the second. Okay, and well, when there is only one in that context, so as I told you, for example, when we have there is only one, yeah, there is only one like the sun, the moon. When there is only one in that context, what it means. For example, I say, Dad, can I borrow the car? Why I say the car? Because actually the car belongs to our family, the one for our family. So I use the. Or for example, we live in a small house next to the church. Okay, the church, because the only church in our village is that one. So I use the. So again, when number 3, when there is only one in that context. Like, for example, the church in our village. So we can use, I say, we live in a small house next to the church. When I say the church, you know what I mean, because there is only one in the village. And I say in a small house because I'm not referring to specific one, just a small house, maybe this one or that one. So just small house. Okay, the third use of it. And as I told you, if we have already mentioned something, so we have already mentioned something. So what is that? As I told you, I saw a man on the street. The man was my, for example, English teacher, so I know. For example, I don't know, a young man, something like stole, okay, I don't know, something from the shop. And then we understood that was, the man was a shoplifter. Okay, the man was arrested, was caught by the police. So now you know what I mean. Okay, so because I already mentioned. Well, and the next one. So we have different articles there to say something about all the things referred to by a noun, what it means. For example, when I say the wolf, the hart, okay, we say the wolf is not really a dangerous animal. I refer all wolves, but I don't want to make it plural. When I say the wolf, I don't mean just one. I mean this animal. So I can say that number 5, to say something about all the things. Okay. Referred to by a noun. So, for example, when I say the wolf is not really a dangerous animal, I mean wolves, this family, are not. So I mean wolves, but I mean, I refer to this category. Or for example, I say the kangaroo, I mean all kangaroos. I say the heart, of course, I mean hearts pump blood. For example, say the heart pumps blood around the body. Of course, it's something general for all people. So this category, so I use that. And then we have another, you just, do you have any questions so far?
I have a question
Of course.
about geographic.
Of
For example, when I want to say a reason, I mean Europe or Pacific or something like that. And can
Okay.
I use the before when I say, but
Okay.
because I think it's the only one in the world.
Okay. So let me say about geographical features. Like, for example, it can be islands or, for example, rivers, oceans, okay?
Yeah.
But, for example, if you refer to a range of them, for example, when I say Amazon,
Mm.
a range of forests, or for example, when I say, for example, Himalayas, the range of mountains, so I use that. Okay, so if I refer to a range or a group of islands, rivers, mountains, seas, I use that. If I only refer just one, no, you don't need. But for example, it's the same for countries. When countries are actually plural now, like Netherlands, we say the Netherlands. United countries, the United States. Okay, so we use, I will say one by one. Okay, so this is about geographical features that when they are a group, you mean a group of features, yes, you use the. Okay,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and let me say the next one that is okay, so okay, the next one, that is, this one is actually maybe a bit different because about musical instruments, we use that, for example, the piano, the guitar, but in American English you can say piano and guitar, so it's okay if you omit that. So we use it. So, but normally we can say that, okay, for musical instruments, like, so you can use, but of course in American English, you can say piano or a guitar, so it's okay. So this is about, and the next one, if you refer to a system or device, so what that mean? Radio, or train, or police. Okay, so the radio, the train. So it's a service or system. We use that. Okay, so number 7, to refer to a system or service. Okay, the radio. So we use that. Well, and we have another use for that is for adjectives. What is this? For example, some adjectives like rich, like poor, like elderly, if you refer to a group of people, for example, when I say, I think the rich should pay more taxes. So I mean the group of people who are rich. But I say the rich, it's like, the wolf when I refer to a group of animals. So here I have an adjective to describe a group of people. When I say the elderly, I mean the group actually of elderly people. So I mean that I use that. So I can use with adjectives like rich or poor, unemployed, elderly, so all them to talk about a group of people. Like, for example, I think the rich should pay more taxes. Well, so, and about names, you know that we don't use there for, normally we don't use there for names. Like, for example, Monica is Monica. But for family names, so if you refer to, for example, Andersons, you can say family. So you can use, okay? But for countries, as I told you, for United countries, you use, okay? So for states, republic, United, you use that. The United Kingdom, the United States. So the People Republic of China. So we use that. So for countries. And for countries with plural nouns, like Netherlands, like Philippines, the Netherlands, the Philippines. So you use, okay? And just let me write before. So, okay, United and countries and countries with plural noun. So, this is United, so we use that. And after that, as I told you, yeah, geographical features like when we say graphical features, okay, group or ranges of islands, rivers, mountains, and etc. Okay, so this is for that. And for newspapers, for example, Times. This is the name of newspaper, say The Times. Yeah, so for example, Washington Post, The. Okay, so for newspapers we use. And for buildings, well-known buildings, or for example, works of art like paintings. For example, the Empire State Building, because this is well-known. Or Mona Lisa, it's painting, but we say the Mona Lisa. So for well-known buildings or works of arts. Well-known buildings or works of art. So for example, the Empire State Building, or for example, the Mona Lisa. So we use that. For organizations, for example, I don't know, United Nations. So we know that UNESCO. So the United Nations, that you know that for pronunciation, when it begins with a vowel, we say the. So you know that, for example, the United Nations, the, so the pronunciation is a bit different. So for example, the Siemens Union. So for organizations, we use the. Okay. Mention something. For words like organization, we have a lot of words that actually we have Z or S that should be pronounced as Z. So in American and British English, you can use S or Z. It's your choice how to write. Both are acceptable. So with S or with Z, both are. And for hotels, for pubs, for restaurants, we use the. So for example, the Ritz, the King's Head. So for restaurants, pubs, and for example, hotels. But if the restaurant named by person, no, we don't use. For example, we say the Ritz Hotel, it's okay. But when, for example, Anderson's Hotel, the Andersons, no, just Anderson, because it's name. So with actually places like hotels and, for example, other places that refers to name of person, we don't use that. For families, if you mean a group of family, you use, for example, the Jacksons, the Andersons, S, plural S, so you can use that. I think I said all about this, but if you have any questions now, you can ask.
Yeah, there are a lot of rule. Thoughts, yeah.
I try to talk about all of them. Of course, in your book, you don't have all this, but you know, if you learn them, that will be easy to use. So step by step, you can use. Okay, but let me say something. Totally, as I say a lot, you know, sometimes we change grammatical structures when speaking, and it's really normal. Because when you're native, no one says, oh, you saw, yeah, she changed. No, it's okay. It's something like, I don't know. We can say we think it's cool to change some grammar. Sometimes we make a mistake because we change, but it's okay. They are the rules that you need to know. And now you only have this on your book, just this. So, okay. Well, now we're gonna put, okay, let's do this part together. Put a or n before the words in the box. So let's see. So this is indefinite article. We can do it. Okay. Yeah. So let's do this one.
An adverb.
Of course.
And a commercial.
Yeah, commercial, of course.
A strategy.
Strategy, of course.
An USP.
This is different. As I told you, because we say USP, so not N, because this sound actually just pronounced another way, not vowel, so
An university.
University, because again we have you, of course.
You.
Yeah, like you. Okay, of course we say you is vowel, but how, that is really important, how we pronounce. If it sounds or you. When we have you, it's like you, it sounds a consonant. For a consonant, we don't use N. So we say a university. Okay? Yeah. For example, European, A or N?
European.
Of course, European, and no. But we have another form, our. It begins with a consonant H, but it sounds O, like our, not ha. So H is pronounced like vowel, so we say an hour. So it depends the way, actually, how we pronounce. If it sounds, if the beginning sounds vowel, we use N. If the beginning sounds consonant, we use A, okay?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's keep going. So,
Yeah, and VIP.
yeah,
Yeah,
and VIP. This is
a
V.
V
V
a
is V, of
VIP.
course. Yeah,
Yeah, and out a European. Yeah,
yeah.
an account, an account. Yeah,
Okay.
an MBA.
Yeah. Okay. And of course, because it's so because of we say N MBA. Yeah, of course, not M. So, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
like because of this.
an
Okay.
an employee.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Very
An
good.
endorsement.
An endorsement. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, an endorsement. So it depends how you pronounce it. Okay. Now, let's take the correct sentences. Add the where necessary in the order sentences. You may need to add the more than once. So let's see. Okay, number one.
Mm.
So here,
Yeah.
knowledge of advertising code of practice is vital to those wishing to work in advertising industry. So
Mm, I think it should be at the before knowledge.
okay, but I would prefer the before advertising. Why? Of course, I know what you mean. Because, for example, when I say Monica's book, I can add S to
Mm.
actually when I want to say something belongs to someone. But here, because I want to join, maybe connect to words that one can be the adjective or one refers to another, I need, for example, I said the color of the wall. I know what you mean. Here, you don't need to use the knowledge of the advertising, just of the advertising is okay. Knowledge of the advertising code, okay, of practice is vital, okay.
Yeah.
And do we need another one or no?
How about the practice?
No, because no, you don't need. So just knowledge, okay, of the advertising code of practice. So once is enough. But here, as we discuss now, advertising industry. So you know, because we have this, actually this is a well-known industry, everyone knows, so I can use that for it. The advertising industry. So I need two here. And we want to film a TV commercial in, so let's see, Kingdom United. And you know,
The in the kingdom.
of course, that's perfect. Yeah, of course. Wales, Scotland, England, and Northern Ireland make up UK.
The UK.
Of course, very good. The UK. And the Think Small Volkswagen Beetle advert was one of most, this is superlative.
The most.
Very good, the most, very good. And we're going to, okay, Czech Republic this summer. This is
The
United.
check.
Of
Yeah.
course, that.
Yeah.
Number 6, for major brands, Ale, Yakult, Fraser, and BD all achieve awareness of over 40% amongst the UK adult population?
I think it's okay.
Of course,
Oh,
it's okay. No, it's okay.
how about the Yahoo, the
No,
AO?
no, you don't need that. No, we
Yeah,
don't need. Okay, so it's okay. Okay.
yeah.
Well, because the name of brand, so you don't need to use that. Okay, so it's okay. And let's keep going. Number 7, this year.
The in the Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands, of course. And next, I'm going to work for an advertising agency in US.
In the US.
Of course, in the US. Very good. Well, and now the text below is about the filming of a television advertisement using a famous Brazilian football star. The no article in the text. Right. Oh, articles and or the verb appropriate. Give a reason. No, we don't need to give a reason, just, okay.
Yeah.
So let's see, what is this one? Okay.
In the country in the country of
Centuries. Yeah, of course. Of course, I do agree with you. Okay.
for the television today.
Okay, but before it, filming. Okay, just advert. Okay, if it's plural, if it's singular, so I think N is good choice here.
Mm,
While filming an advert. Okay, just, one advert for television. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so we don't need to put for that television. No, just for television today. And
Yeah.
luckily for, this one, Barcelona star. Which one? We are talking about Ronaldinho. So I refer to someone who you know. For this one, I say, luckily for that
Mm,
Barcelona star, yeah,
mm. For the Barcelona.
yeah.
Why?
Okay, let me say, I am talking about the person.
Yeah.
That is Ronaldinho. After that, I refer to this person again. When I say for Barcelona
Yeah.
star, which star, you don't know. But to say there, I mean Ronaldinho. So you know what
Yeah.
I mean. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we have. So what do you think about this one? Because window was only small because I mentioned it before. Here we have it. I want to use that. The window was only small and
Mm. The modern, the modern
okay.
addition.
Yeah, of course. And here I want to use because a small a small modern edition. So is good one here. Before small, you can use it. Why not? Okay. And the
Uh,
next, yeah.
can you explain me about the window was only a small or the small?
Yeah, of course. As I told you, for window, because it's mentioned
Mention.
here. Yeah, so I use that. And here, window was only a small modern addition to Spain's famous cathedral. So here, I would prefer to use a. And why I use a? Because I think, this article, like when I say small, As I told you, it's like an adjective. Okay, an adjective, and I want to say, okay, it's not a definite one, so why not? I can use a. So for example, actually, this is a new information. Okay, so why not? I can use a. And the next one, so Brazilian, here. So Brazilian, okay, blundered after being asked to try Caesar cake beneath Qatar. So here, when we say Brazilian, we mean all. So we can use of course, Brazilian people. So you can use, okay? And of course, again, let's see what we have. The Brazilian, okay. And try. Here, Caesar cake beneath. So here, I think it's good to use a. Okay, so why not? Because this is the first mention of it. So why not? We can use a. And the next one, let's see what we have. What do you think?
Try slice of cake.
Okay, what do you think about this one? Capital. Don't you want to use that because we mentioned it before? So you know what I mean. So we have two times. Yeah, I think it's not bad. Why not? So we can use the capital. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ask, okay, I asked Ronaldinho to hit ball, to hit the ball. Okay, just when you say ball is too general to be used here. To hit the ball, so we can use it. Okay, and why? So you know that we use the when we think actually listener or reader knows. So we'll know, okay, or we'll think about it. So ball. You know that when you say ball, ball is used in football. So I say the ball, okay? And the next one, let's see. Okay, how about bad luck? He had bad luck to hit a window. So what do you think? Can we use the bad luck?
Bad luck.
Of course, because luck mentioned again, so we can use it again. And let's see if we need something else. The bad luck. And the last one, okay. Said adverse director, which adverb? The adverb that we mentioned before. So said the adverse director. Okay? And here again, because we mentioned, actually this use is really easy. It's only about the words that are mentioned. So because of this, so this is just one use of that. So just, you pay attention if something is mentioned, again, you want to mention it, or you mention something that I can guess. So for example, you are talking about badminton. We say the ball of badminton is shuttlecock, so we don't say ball. For example, say, we play badminton today. I hit the shuttlecock. When you say, of course, I know you mean the ball for badminton, so use that. Is it clear?
Yeah. I think I have to more practice, but I know the rule, but it had to practice.
So I will send you a worksheet. I will send you a worksheet and you can practice. Why not? Use and then we can check the answers together. Well, okay, so we have language, so you know that. Okay, just here we have some expressions, and we can use it in formal, informal. Just we're gonna decide whether they are formal or or informal. So you want to introduce yourself. Okay, let's decide which one formal, which one informal. So what do you think? When you want to introduce yourself, say, on behalf of myself and focus, okay, is that formal or informal?
I think it is informal.
No, that's definitely formal.
Oh,
Yeah, of course. On behalf of, okay, so because when we say on behalf, like for example, it's done for another's person benefit or support. So you can say, or you want to represent the interest of that person. So you can say that is really formal. Yeah, on behalf
yeah.
of. Okay. And the next one, hi everyone. This is informal, like hi, just really easy, friendly, just so this is informal. Introducing the topic. The first one, I'm going to
I think the first sentence is formal.
no, it's informal. Because I'm
Yeah.
going. So I'm going is
Yeah.
informal. Yeah, of course. Normally, yeah, in
Yeah.
formal situation we don't. So I'm going,
Ah,
but I would like is formal. So I would
yeah.
like to continue. Just this one is
Uh-huh.
formal. Okay, the next one, given a plan. So let's see. I've divided my presentation into 3 parts. Firstly, secondly, so which one you think? So is that formal or informal? I
I
divided.
think
Yeah,
the first is formal.
of course, you're right. It's formal. And the
Yeah.
second one, we have actually informal.
Yeah.
Okay, expression. And the last one, if there's anything, you're not clear about.
I think the first thing is informal.
Of course, of course. And the
Yeah.
second one, please don't hesitate to interrupt me. So of course, this one is formal. Okay, so as you can see, we have some expressions that we can use when you want to introduce yourself, or for example, the topic, given plan, and inviting questions. So, and there are different phrases that we discussed before to interrupt someone, or for example, ask for interruption or something like this. Okay. Well, now listen to these 2 presentation. Yeah, your favorite one. And yeah, of course, it's like, we're gonna check. I know that
Yeah.
you're right, so you don't need to listen. Of course, that was correct. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's listen to the next one, because I know that your answer are right. So this one, presenters can use different techniques to get their audience's attention at the start of the presentation, and listen to the start of 5 presentation and match them to the techniques below. So let's see, what is that? Just guess. Okay, we have 5 minutes, so we can listen. Okay,
Yeah.
6-4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Recording 6.4. 1.
I wonder if any of you here know the answer to this question. What's the most popular holiday destination in Europe for people under the age of 25?
2.
When I was on holiday a few years ago in Greece, I remember talking to the owner of a taverna. He said to me that in 20 years' time, the little island where he lived would be a popular tourist resort.
3.
Let me start by giving you a statistic. 92% of all Americans do not possess a passport. think about that and consider the opportunity it presents to the travel industry.
4,
We're facing a crisis with our market share. What are we going to do about it?
5,
Someone once said that travel broadens the mind. What I hope to do in this presentation is to demonstrate how to convince the next generation of travellers that this is still true.
Well, 1,
Add a question.
of course. 2,
Tell a personal story.
very good. Next one.
Offer an amazing fact.
Of course. 4,
Use a quotation.
4, I think, it wasn't stating a problem. I'm not sure about this one, so okay, I want to check number 4 because we will 4.
Mind. What I hope to do in this presentation.
5,
Someone once said that travel broadens the mind. What I hope to do in this presentation is to demonstrate how to convince the next generation of travellers that this is still true.
So the last one was quotation. Someone said, okay, quotation, when someone says something and you want to use his or her quote. So this one, the last one was quotation. Yeah, use quotation. Well, okay, just let me write because we use this one. About this one, I want to write the meaning of it so that you can have it. So when you want to, as I told you, represents or separate a group of all the people, you can use, okay, on half of. So on behalf of, that is used as representative of someone or a group of people. For example, I don't know, accept the award on behalf of the whole class. So I'm for the whole class, so I can use this. Okay. Well, and that's it. So I will send you a worksheet to practice, the uses of that, especially that. And just this, any questions, any issues?
No, I don't.
Okay, so have a great, fruitful day.
Yeah.
And thank you. It was
Thank
good
you.
time with you again. You're welcome. Goodbye. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.